As I've been reflecting on 2021, I realized I could not leave out one of my most important reflections, my wardrobe purchases over the year. If you're serious about finding your style and building a wardrobe you love, doing a detailed review of your purchases can really help highlight any mistakes that you've been making. It'll show you where you can improve so you can spend your money smarter and get closer to reaching your wardrobe goals. I think many of you can relate to some of these shopping patterns I've discovered about myself. Some of them are known mistakes that I seem to still be doing, and some of them are new patterns I've noticed by looking at the purchases that I regret and why I regret them. So hopefully there's something here you can learn from so that we can all get out of this cycle of buying clothes but feeling like we have nothing to wear. So I created a spreadsheet with 8 columns that had the brand, the item, the type of clothing, the link to the piece, the cost, why I bought it, whether it was a good purchase, and an explanation of why it was or why it wasn't. So the why questions here are really the most important. It's easy to give a yes or no answer on whether or not you still like something that you bought, but when you dig a little deeper and reflect on why, that's where you'll see some patterns come through. So I'm not going to go into every item line by line, but if you're interested in using this template, I'll leave a copy to it in the description below. What I am going to talk about is the main reasons for the purchases I regret and the main reasons for the purchases I was happy with. First, I'm going to show you all the clothes that I bought this year. Let me know in the comments how much you think I spent, and I'll let you know what the total is at the end of this video. 34% of all the clothes I bought are purchases that I regret. I'm happy this number is lower than 50, but of course I want to push this closer and closer to 0. So a lot of the regretful purchases fell into the bucket of buying something for a specific purpose. I set off on a cross-Canada road trip in June of 2021, and I bought a lot of things that were for the road trip. I knew I was gonna be outdoors a lot, and I really wanted to make sure that I was prepared with the right clothes, but in a way I kind of over-prepared. I bought 3 different colors of the same pants. I bought shorts that I didn't really end up wearing, and I bought a rain jacket because I didn't like the one that I had at home. It really wasn't very breathable, but I didn't really end up wearing this new rain jacket that much over the course of the summer. The main issue with buying something for a specific purpose is A, it's not usually versatile enough because you have like a specific event in mind, and B, I feel like a lot of these were kind of rushed purchases. So this time I did it for the road trip, but I've done this in the past with formal events, which I'm sure that a lot of you can relate to. When you see a dress you like and you think it would look great at a wedding or like on a cruise or in a resort, but then you never end up wearing that dress. My key takeaway here is to just not buy things for a specific purpose. When you're buying clothes, you want to make sure they integrate well into the rest of your wardrobe rather than just having like this one-off piece that doesn't really match with other things or isn't really representative of the rest of your style. So I've talked about this one before, and that is getting sucked into buying things that are on sale. The problem with buying things that are on sale is that unless it was already on a wish list of yours, you probably are just getting sucked in by FOMO. And I've noticed that when I think something is a good deal, even when it's not on sale, but just relatively inexpensive, I get a lot more lenient with my criteria for what it is that I was looking for. So I have some tank tops I bought from Aritzia that were relatively inexpensive. I really just wanted like a basic black and a basic white tank top. The material of the black tank top is actually very thin, and I knew I wanted to wear it without a bra, but it's kind of dicey for me to wear this one without a bra. The white tank top is okay. It doesn't fit super well, but because they were both inexpensive, I just kept them rather than returning them. So basically these things were good enough, but not exactly what I wanted. But because they were inexpensive, I just kept them rather than spending a bit more money and finding a piece that is exactly what I want. You should not make sacrifices in what you're looking for in a piece of clothing strictly because of the price. And of course it depends on where you're at in life and what you can afford, but I am not in a place where I want to be buying a lot of cheap things and feeling like I'm getting a deal and then never end up wearing any of them because they don't fit well. I'd much rather spend more money for a better quality piece of clothing that fits all the criteria of what I'm looking for in terms of the style and the fit and the comfort. So once it got cold outside and we settled in an Airbnb in the city, I was missing a lot of my clothes since most of what I brought was for outdoor living and not really for style. So I made my first and last order to Yes Style, mostly because I was influenced by a bunch of fashion videos that I was watching on YouTube. I figured it was, again, an inexpensive way to add some more excitement back into my wardrobe, and I was left with a bunch of poor quality clothes that didn't fit well. So the problem here is none of these were thoughtful or intentional purchases, and I really just bought them because I was influenced. I went into the quantity over quality mindset, and although I do like a few of the pieces, I would have been totally happy just completely not having made that order at all. I really regretted it and would have rather spent that money towards something that I would have in my wardrobe long term. So before you buy something, make sure you know exactly why you're buying it and make sure it aligns with the goals that you have for your wardrobe. So know what you value in your clothes and don't make frivolous purchases because you're influenced. Make sure that everything you buy is very intentional. I was happy with 66% of my purchases, so let's talk about why. So this is the complete opposite of buying something for a specific purpose, and it is buying something that is very versatile. I was very happy with the purchases that I found to be really versatile, that really just went seamlessly with the rest of my wardrobe, and I could dress up or dress down depending on the occasion. I'd say like 70% of your closet should be quite versatile. You're always gonna have pieces that you absolutely loved that are more like statement pieces that you're not wearing on a day-to-day basis. That's what gives your wardrobe color and really shows your personality. But the bulk of your clothes should be your foundational pieces, your basics, and that's what you pair with these other statement pieces. So I'm not saying every purchase needs to be versatile, but think about why you're buying it, and if it's going into your everyday category, then it should be able to seamlessly fit into the style of the rest of your clothes, and you shouldn't need to look for something to pair it with. You should never buy a piece of clothing where you feel like you need to buy something else to make an outfit from it. You want to make a wardrobe, not an outfit, so whatever you buy should be tried against your existing wardrobe to make sure that you can make multiple outfits with it. I think the combination of me just getting older and having primarily lived in sweatsuits for the past 2 years has really made comfort such a priority in buying clothes. All the purchases I was happy with were very comfortable and fit well. I've noticed that a lot of the clothes I've been purging over the last 2 years are clothes that are just too tight and I can't sit comfortably in. When you're not comfortable in your clothes, you're just more fidgety and it really shows. You don't have that effortlessness and ease that comes with someone who has a confident style. And when things don't fit well, you're just not going to be drawn to wearing them. And when I'm talking about fit, I'm also talking about making sure the piece fits how you want it to fit. There's a shirt that I got from Aritzia that I really love the color and I really like the sheerness and thinness of it, but it doesn't fit as oversized as I would have wanted. So if you're trying to get a specific look, make sure that the fit of that piece of clothing really suits exactly what you're looking for. And if it doesn't, as much as you like that piece, you're just not going to be drawn to wearing it. So I told you that at the end of this video, I would tell you the total amount that I spent on clothes over the entire year of 2021, and that amount was $2,508.80. I am actually quite proud of myself. I thought it would be a lot more, so for me, as a recovering shopaholic, that's pretty reasonable. And again, like I mentioned, 34% of those purchases were regretful purchases or just unnecessary things that I didn't need to buy, so I can definitely get that number even lower. I hope you learned something from this video or got a reminder of how not to shop. Are there other shopping mistakes that you guys make that I haven't mentioned? If so, leave them in the comments so that we can all learn from each other. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, and I will see you in the next one.